I'm Farmer Sim,
And I'm Mrs. Sim Gamer.
and welcome back everybody to episode 4 of Purbeck 22, our crossplay multiplayer co-op series. So, hiya Mrs. SG, how are you? You okay?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good, thank you, mate. I'm good. Really excited to get back to work with you here on our farm.
So am I. I have been dying to get back, but it's been a busy. Last week was a busy week for both of us, and now we've finally got some time to sit down and jump back in, haven't we?
We certainly have, mate. We certainly have. Albeit in real life, it's quite warm today across the UK, isn't it?
It is warm. It is warm.
Yes, very much so.
But in
So,
game, we're in November, although the sun is still shining. The sun is still
yes,
shining.
it certainly is. So what we've got ahead of ourselves today, mate, we've got job-wise, as you remember from the end of the last episode, episode 3, we got our first sugar beet harvest done. And now we need another one, don't we?
Yeah, well, we've got two sugar beet fields to complete in November, so it is a crazy month ahead. But
It is.
whilst Farmer Sim is topping, I am also we're under time crunch to get some winter wheat or barley or oat into the ground so that we have some straw for our pig expansion. So we are going to divide and conquer today.
We certainly are. Yep, I'm going to get hooked up to the home topper again and get jumping in. I think I'll start on the bigger of the two fields, get the big one done first.
And
Yep.
I'm going to cultivate to get that seedbed perfect. And then,
Yep.
what would you like? Wheat, barley, oat.
Uh, I don't mind, mate. Really, I think it's. I mean, I suppose would it be financially sensible to go for whichever one of those crops brings the most money in towards,
Yeah,
or sort of thinking about it? Then I suppose if we're also going to, are any of those crops good for the pigs?
they are the grain. So wheat and barley we could feed a little bit to the pigs, not a massive amount. So
Yeah,
it's part of their diet. So we could do
yes,
barley or wheat to cover or tick that box. But we do have
yes,
plenty of fields. Remember, we've got the one which we completed last week,
yep,
just to the right of us or to the left of you.
yep.
And then the two behind us are going to be ready unless we leave them until spring next year for the next season.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, time's not going to be on our side at the minute, is it? If
No,
we should we jump into the crop calendar menu and just have a quick look see?
let's do that.
Um, we are annoyingly the only crop. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong one. Sorry. Yeah, so we've got a 2-day month. We're in November at the. I mean, we might, if we're lucky, we might get a window of opportunity to get a last minute drilling of wheat or barley or
We
oat
might.
if we work off today and get the. Although it is a big ask, isn't it? Because we've got to top both the sugar beet fields. We've got to harvest both the sugar beet fields. Then we've got to plough. Then we've got to cultivate and stone pick
Yeah,
and
I
then drill. So we might be cutting it
I
fine. Yeah.
think so, and I also we do need to be realistic that if we put too much winter wheat and barley in now, we're going to miss the opportunity to put in either corn or sunflowers or potatoes for the next planting
Yeah.
season because they can't be
Absolutely.
they can't be harvested until September next year. So it would be sensible maybe just to restrict these two fields we already have ready. One wheat, one
Yes.
barley, maybe.
I think you're right there, mate. Absolutely. Up here for thinking, down there for dancing and all that. Yeah, I think you're
And
absolutely
then
right.
we in December and January we could just prep those fields and leave them ready for March, April next year.
Yes. Yes. Right. That's a better
Plan?
plan than what I had in mind. Plan. Yes.
That's a plan, Stan. Right.
It's a it certainly is. Right. So what we did. So I'm good. So first things first. You're going to cultivate. I'm going to top the horn in the big field, aren't I? So
Yeah, I'm gonna take the fent if that's okay.
absolutely, mate. Yeah,
Is
they're
that good
all
with you?
round. Use which. Yeah, it's good with me, mate. Use whichever one you want. The fence probably about right for that little cultivator, to be fair.
Yeah, I think it only
So
needs 35 horsepower, so a perfect
it
opportunity
does.
to jump in this little baby.
It is, and I shall get I'll get my big blue thing out the way so you can get the little fence in here because the horn topper is in this shed here. So
Yeah,
if
you
I
take your time.
let's get hooked up. There we go. Rock and roll. So let's squeeze out.
Yeah, you
Which
don't
way
want
gets
to
the field?
you don't want to add to my crash counter now, do you?
Oh yeah, that was a brief topic of discussion in the comments of on our last video yesterday, wasn't it?
I know. I'm gonna fuzz it out next time. Nothing to see here.
Our viewers are keeping tabs on you, mate. Actually sitting there with a pen and 1, 2, 3.
Oh
Yeah.
goodness, it'll be like playing hangman in a minute.
Yeah. Although, are we going to run out of paper?
Oh,
That
oh. Well, I hope not. I'm not that bad. I don't think.
I know.
That I tell you what, that episode though, I just couldn't figure out where I was going, so I was crashing into anything and everything.
Very much using the bumper. Oh, well, I suppose tractors don't have bumpers, do they? But
Oh, buddy, we have
They-
weeds.
oh, heck. So we do.
That's another
Well, I
job to our
suppose
list.
Well, this field needs ploughing under. Yeah, that field needs ploughing under, doesn't it? So we'll get rid of them with the plough.
Oh, of course it does. It needs ploughing. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that one's all right. Yeah.
So there isn't one more job. Okay, I'm gonna head up here and get this cultivated.
Yes. Yeah. In fact, I'm just. Ooh. Do you know what? Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong field. Goodness me. It's the heat. It's getting to me.
The heat is getting.
Okay.
The heat is definitely
when-
getting to us.
When you mentioned weeds, I just thought I'd have a quick peek in the map at field 32, the field that we drilled with. What did we drill it with?
Canola?
The canola, yeah, our canola field. And thankfully that there is no weeds in that field yet. It's all good. So, yeah, as we were, carry on. I'm topping.
And I am getting a lovely seabed ready. Thinking barley up here.
You reckon?
Yeah. Then
Off at
30.
Darley.
Then 33 will do the wheat.
Yes, yeah, that's a good idea, I think.
Oh, I've got some lovely lag going on here.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, I think it's the trees, you know.
I haven't experienced any lag on my side yet. Are you still experiencing lag, or was it a quick...
No, it was a quick spike, but a good spike nevertheless.
a good spike. Yeah.
The trees are really close to this top field, so sometimes when there's trees give me a little bit of a spike sometimes in lag or multiplayer.
Oh, okay. Because they are right on the edge of the map as well, though, aren't they?
They are, yeah.
It's interesting that we get a bit of lag right on the edge of the map. I haven't had any lag yet, so I'll no doubt be due some at some point. Hey ho. So, going all right here so far. So how's things with you, mate? You've been doing all right? How's your week been?
Really good week, actually, and nice weekend. We got we ordered a pizza oven, so
Nice.
we were having a lot of fun with a pizza oven over the weekend, and a few beverages of choice. Only a few though.
For it, hasn't it? It really has.
Yeah, it's just so warm at the moment. It's we're not used to it though here, are we?
No, we're certainly not. It's. I mean, I don't mind the heat. Don't get me wrong, but when it gets as hot as it is now, I think we're knocking on the door of almost 30 degrees, and there's just very little breeze anywhere you go. So it just makes it muggy. So at the minute we've got like curtains drawn at the front of the house just to keep the rooms cool and windows open. The fan that I dug out of the loft yesterday for the wee man didn't work.
Oh,
it worked
no.
it worked at the end of the when it went into the loft, and it was only a couple of months old when it went into the loft, and now I brought it down, given it a dust off, and it doesn't work. And it's like,
Just
really?
when you need
Why?
it to.
I know. It doesn't beggars belief. It really does.
It never makes
But-
sense when that happens.
No, but that's just something else for me to fix. I've changed the fuse. It wasn't the fuse, so it's just one of those usual. It's quite a big fan, but it's just a desk fan, but it's quite large. But it's just, Kenny said, it doesn't work. It was fine. It's not done anything. It's sat there doing nothing.
Oh,
Hey ho, what can you do? What can you do?
I was I've ordered another fan. Oh dear, I've ordered another fan today just because it's moving them. I think moving them causes an issue. It sounds ridiculous, but they're quite delicate bits of kit, right?
Some of them are. You're right. Yeah, they don't
Coo-ee!
travel well. Even
Over the
hello,
hedge.
there you are.
Over the hedge.
There we are. Yeah, no, you're right. They don't travel well. They don't travel between rooms well. I mean, as long as you look after them, I suppose. I mean, ours wasn't flung in the loft. It was taken up into the loft and placed.
Yeah, placed.
Literally left there. But it is what it is, isn't it? It's just annoying that when you want a fan at this time of year, especially in the UK, and this has been my experience for the last couple of years, it's like if you want to nip out and grab a fan, you
Can't find one.
everywhere sold out because everyone's bought one.
Yeah.
And
Well,
like, come on.
it's the same. Everybody goes and turns theirs on and they're like, oh, it's not working. And it's the same with winter. You turn your boiler on and it's broken. It's just...
Sod's law, mate. Sod's law, that's what it is.
Oh, once our boiler in our house broke the week of Christmas.
Oh, no.
Christmas. We were so lucky we found somebody to order and fit one a few days before Christmas.
Oh, so it broke to the point where you needed to replace it? Or...
It had to be replaced.
Oh, I'm joking.
We were patching it up and it was running, and then one day it was just like, nope. And it was, yeah, 7 days before Christmas Day.
Oh, the 7th day before. There's some kind of rhyme for that, isn't there?
Oh, there is.
Christmas rhyme. 7 days of Christmas. The boiler blew up. Joy.
Yeah, when we moved into our house, it was a dodgy boiler anyway, as in something always needed to be fixed. But yeah, and it always happens when you really need a boiler.
Yes, it always does. You're absolutely right. It's there's never a good time for a boiler to go anyway, but you'll be guaranteed that when you. I always try and be prepared in that. A few weeks before the cold snap starts to kick in, I'll fire the heating up, I'll run around the house, I'll bleed all the radiators, I'll make sure that the boiler's under pressure, because you can be certain. Hello, doggy.
Yeah, that is Luna barking. Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's alright.
Luna bear, be quiet, darling.
Barking at anything in particular, or just feeling left out?
Just feeling left out, I think. She will bark at anything and nothing, this one.
Yeah. Thankfully, mine's not so bad. Mine will bark at any doorbell, any knock at the door. Even the way he barked at my mum's doorbell, because my mum lives directly behind us here, so that in the house directly behind us, and she's got quite a loud doorbell. So the postman came to the door with a parcel, and Max was sitting in our house, and he heard mum's doorbell, which is, I mean, talking what?
That is incredible hearing.
40 metres away, maybe 50 metres away. But because all the doors and windows are open, he just went
mad
through the garden. Yeah, because we've got both the gardens are kind of, in inverted commas, joined fence panel or two removed between the gardens, so that we can come and go between my mum's house, and so the dog's got 2 gardens.
That's so cool.
Well, it's all right. It's handy when I run out of things like coffee and dishwasher tablets, because I can go and burgle mum's kitchen before I have to make a pilgrimage to the shop.
That is genius.
Well, it's alright.
I tell you what, I think there's people outside and my window's open, so that's what I think she's barking at.
Yes, it will be the case, no doubt. We've all got our windows open. There's a guy next door whacker plating a patio at the minute, so if there is any noise disruption from my side of things, I humbly apologise.
Well,
I can hear a patio being compacted. A noisy thing.
Thankfully, I can't hear a thing.
Oh, good.
So I'm sure our viewers would understand. We need the tiniest bit of breeze that we can find at the moment.
We certainly do, and even in this room, the room I'm sat in, has got a window on either side of the room, so it's a perfect computer room, because most of the time there's a nice breeze. But right now, It's 30 odd degrees. There isn't a single iota of wind or breeze coming through anywhere. It's just a sweatbox.
That
And here we
is
are
not
sitting
nice.
over our computer systems, the computer's creating heat, making it even warmer.
And we do this all for you guys. We do this all for
We
you.
do. Yes, we do.
Who am I kidding? I love it.
Cultivation.
It is. I've got a nice big block in the middle still to go,
Yeah.
but it's looking beautiful.
Good. This field is such a narrow popper, so I've made a dent in it. I think I'm on third, maybe fourth headland. Oh,
Nice one. We're getting there.
Yes. I've just you know the noise that Windows makes when you disconnect a device.
Yeah. Blub blub.
I've just had that one. It's on my audio there because my headphones I've had plugged in, but when they're plugged in and they're charging, it's fine. But when the charging finishes, it automatically disconnects itself and it just makes that noise. And it's like, oh, really? It's very unprofessional.
I honestly, when it comes to this, especially a multiplayer series, it's supposed to be fun. So if anything like that, my dog will bark or anything could happen.
It is, yeah. Anything could happen, and it is what it is at the end of the day.
So how many coffees have you managed to drink today?
Quite a few. I woke up quite early because it was obviously just uncomfortably warm. I've been up since about 5:30 this morning. So I'm well and truly into double figures for the coffee total for the day. But again, it's too hot for coffee.
It is. Well, I've been making iced coffees today.
Iced coffees?
Yeah, I love making an iced coffee. I don't go all out and get the mixer or anything. I have an espresso machine, so I put a couple of ice cubes in the bottom, nice chunky ice cubes. Yeah. Then some sugar-free, like toffee syrup. Pump of that.
Oh, nice. Oh, wow.
Chuck in an espresso on top, and then the ice crackles. Give it a little swirl around. Fill it up with milk. Pucker. Absolutely stunning.
That sounds delicious.
Oh, it is just ideal. In this weather, I'm struggling to drink hot coffee, so I'm constantly in the kitchen making iced coffee.
Toffee coffees.
Toffee coffees!
Toffee coffees. Yeah.
And it gives me a fake sugar hit as well, so...
I need a genuine sugar hit, unfortunately.
Oh. Yeah.
I've got one of those coffee pod machine things where you put the little pod of coffee in the top and press a button. Stuff happens and it spits out coffee slowly into it. I use it for I get these cafe latte things. I like a frothy coffee.
Oof, nice.
But I don't actually have any in at the minute. I need to go and stock up actually.
Yeah, ours is just a pod one as well. Throw the pod in. Then we have the frother on the frother is actually inbuilt into the machine. It's awesome. I love them.
They are handy. They are good.
It's
how are you getting on, mate? How's field progress going?
Field progress? I reckon I've got another 5 rows.
I can see you actually. I've just asked you the question, but I've just answered my own question by literally just tootling up beside you.
Yeah, I'm doing 9 miles an hour.
Same here actually. This runs at 9 miles an hour.
I did just have a lag spike then, and it went up to 16 miles an hour randomly. Didn't even know that was possible.
A speed spike.
A speed spike, yeah. Fast and furious over here.
I haven't actually had any lag spikes yet, so that's interesting.
I think it's worse for the person who's joining the game. So
okay.
You're hosting the game, and I've had it before where I've played with my sister, and the lag is real. It's bad for her.
Is real.
Yeah,
right, okay.
For her, I'm fine. As long as I'm fine, though, I say I'm good.
But does your sister play on the PlayStation as well, or do you do crossplay with your sister?
Do crossplay with Lou, just on... We're all Macintosh because of our business.
Yeah.
So she plays on Mac with a PlayStation controller.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, that's how I play on my PC. I've got a PS4 controller on my hand at the minute.
Oh, it's delightful, isn't it?
It is good. My only limitation is my PC, my gaming rig, doesn't actually have any Bluetooth inside it. The motherboard doesn't have Bluetooth, so I can't wirelessly connect my controller. So I have to have a cable. And frustratingly, I tried about 5 or 6 cables that would to make it work properly, and the only cable that would work was a very, very old Nokia charging cable that coincidentally has the same port as the PS4 controller, and it's about a foot long.
Wow.
So I've got to have a USB extension lead plugged into my USB multi-port thing that's on my desk, and then this little case. It's dead weird. I've got so many versions of the cable. The PS4 controller worked, but the only one that would work was 20 years old, and it says Nokia on it. I mean, when was the last time you even saw a Nokia?
Oh, well, they made a bit of a comeback, didn't they? With the what's the original Nokia? Oh, what's it called? 3210.
The one that had Snake on it.
Snake and the interchangeable cases.
Yeah.
Do you remember how exciting it was to get a different colour case? And now it's like
I do.
it's hilarious how technology is just.
It's incredible, isn't it? I mean, it's a wonderful thing, but it's all. I mean, I have my own pet frustrations with phones, the modern day phones anyway, smartphones. They're great. Don't get me wrong. They're wonderful. It's amazing that you can just about manage your entire digital life with your phone, can't you? You can do your emails, obviously your text messages, you can browse the internet, you can do Facebook, you do everything from your phone, which is great. I mean, maybe it's my age, I don't know, but I try my very best to put my phone down as much as possible.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
I think we were. Are you classed as an 80s baby? You're an 80s baby,
80,
right?
81.
Yeah. I'm 89, so we were the youth here. When we were at school, computers were just starting to come in mainstream, and phones were just like these little bricks.
Massive. They were massive house bricks, weren't they? So
I think it's quite comfortable for us to have a lot of time away from our phones.
Yeah.
But sometimes I even when I'm walking my girls in the morning and kids are at the bus stops, I remember when I was a kid we were all just standing there gossiping, and now they're not talking to each other, they're just down looking at their phones.
Yeah, that's it, and it's I can appreciate that they're all individually looking at something that means something to them, but when you stand back and look at the bigger picture, it's like, the social aspect of going out and playing outside and just being in a group of people and concentrating on something that's happening in front of you in real life, instead of just staring at a phone doing whatever. It's like, it annoys me.
But I wouldn't be without it. That's the other thing. I couldn't be without it. It's a lifeblood for my work as well.
No, I completely agree, and this is the situation we're in, isn't it? It's as frustrating as it is sometimes to want to not have it around. It's like, but you need it. It does hold all your valuable personal information. There's so many things you do with it that you need to keep on top of on a daily basis. It's like, it's annoying because there was a little while ago I looked into. I wanted to go back old school, go retro, and get hold of like an old phone.
Yeah.
You can't use them anymore. Because of all of our smartphones use essentially the internet and the 4G and the 5G networks to function.
Yeah.
The old, I think they're GSM networks, the phone network that the old phones used to talk to each other on. That isn't up and running anymore. So even if you went out and went full retro and bought yourself a Motorola StarTAC or a Nokia 3210, can't do anything with it.
Can't do anything with it. No. Yeah. No hope in hell.
Yeah.
It's remarkable, really, isn't it?
It is. It is. I'm still. I've got an iPhone at the minute. It's an old iPhone that I'm trying to keep going. I think it's a 7 Plus. So I'm nowhere up to date with the latest stuff. This one used to be Claire's, my better half, Mrs. Farmer Sim. This one off her when she got an upgrade, and I just if gaff network.
Put a SIM card in, you're good to go.
Essentially, yeah, because I don't use I don't need to use anything data. I don't watch videos when I'm not at home, for example, when I'm out and about. So all I need is a phone to work for me to be able to phone.
To phone someone.
Yeah.
A phone for phone reasons, you mean?
A phone for phone. Yeah, exactly. I use a phone for phone reasons when I'm at home and I'm connected to the internet at home. I can use it for
whatever you want.
Browsing internet.
Yeah, my husband takes my old phones, so we recycle down, and yeah, it just works. So I get a new phone for my business every couple of years, and so I do have the latest one, but they go out of date within a year. So
they do, and it's frustrating, isn't it? Because you know, monetary value, they're worth. They're pretty much knocking on the door of £1,000 now, aren't they, for the latest phone?
They really are. They're so expensive.
Yeah, I mean, I get that they're so technologically advanced, and it's the cameras, isn't it? They update the cameras, and I know that the latest one, you've got like 3 or 4 lenses on the back of the camera, and it's like, what, really? It's like the super duper megapixel quality pictures, and next best processor inside it, and it's got loads of data space and all that.
It is remarkable. It is remarkable, and there are those phones they bring out which are a big step up, and there are the ones which are just in between, if you know what I mean.
Totally.
But yes, you'll be happy to know barley is going in the ground.
Goodness me. You got the. Oh wow, you're way ahead of me, aren't you? I thought you'd just be polishing off the cultivating, but.
No, this is a much smaller field.
It is, I suppose, isn't it?
Much smaller field.
You've been back to the shed. You picked up a new tool, and you're back in the field again.
I am, but no, that's I've got a wider. This is wider as well. It's a wider implement, smaller field. I'm guaranteed to get this done. Yeah. Right. I love this mod. This is the one you found. The what is it called? Let me get in zip closer. Is it the Curveland Accord Optimum V or 5, whichever. However you want it.
Thing, isn't it?
It's amazing. I'm obsessed with it.
It is a good one, a good find.
And it just spins round corners. I know that sounds really stupid, but it just hugs to the tractor.
Move. Are you in the field? Have you picked up your tractor?
Oh, I'm in mine now. Yeah, it needed bigger horsepower. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I saw that then. Yeah. So we're both in our respective tractors.
Yeah, I did. I started to. I picked it up with the Fendt, and then I was driving along, and I was like, nope, this is struggling.
The front feels a bit light.
Yeah, this is not going to cope. So yeah, I had to switch it very quickly.
And I suppose just the front weight for anything. I would.
No,
when our bank account's a bit more blessed, we should
definitely get some front weights.
Yeah, pick up 1 or 2 just in case.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so we get coming on all right in this field. I'm just going round and round and round, just doing headland after headland. But I don't even think I've hit 50% yet. Not that I've got telling.
Well, I can. We've actually been playing for 30 minutes already. We've been recording for 30. It's crazy.
29 minutes and 24 seconds because I have got an ability to see how long I've been recording. I've had that all the time. I said in the last video, I was like, I've got no way of telling. There's a little counter there in the bottom right-hand screen.
Boom. Yeah, I just... When we're playing, the time just flies, doesn't it?
It does, mate. It really does. Time flies when you're having fun. And yeah, we just sit here and natter to each other, put the world to right, so to speak, moan about mobile phones.
Moan about
Before you know
life.
it. Indeed, indeed.
But
But should we? I mean, we're at 30 minutes now, so our limitation is usually about an hour, isn't it?
it is. Should we bring everyone back in a little bit to show them how well we're getting on?
Yes, I think so. Yeah, because I've definitely half an hour of topping left, and we want to progress a bit to give the viewers something to look at. So yeah, if we say a temporary goodbye for now, and we'll jump back in shortly. For us, it'll be a while. For you guys, it'll be a matter of seconds. But yeah, we'll see you all in a little while.
See you in a bit.
So, welcome back, everybody. We thought we'd jump in and just give you a bit of an update on where we're up to. We are still in the beet field, aren't we, Mrs. SG?
We are, and to the left you can see Farmer Sim has topped the one on the left, and we are in good progress on harvesting 31, but it's taking some time. It's taking some time.
It is. But I'm very grateful for your the way you found about keeping a straight line when you're harvesting. Is to do sugar beets in cab.
In the cab.
It's so much easier than doing it out of the cab. It's night and day. It really is.
It is, isn't it?
You just keep a visual line on a mark. Your tractor, and it's so much easier. Yeah.
And to give everybody an update, we're up to 277,554 litres on our sugar beet.
Are we?
We are. We've got
70.
over 250,000.
So you put it that way, that's even more brilliant. Yeah.
So cool.
Over there.
I missed a couple of strips as well. We've been sharing the jobs, haven't we?
We certainly have. I'm just going to. Oh, do you know what? I've done it again. Mrs. SG.
What have you done? You full?
Well, yeah, I was full minutes ago. I'm now just reversing to find where I was full up to. Oh dear. See, talking, having fun, enjoying talking to each other, and I forget where we're up to.
Get up to where my nose is. Keep going, keep going.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, keep going. Plant yourself down there. That'd be good.
Excellent. Thanks, mate.
I
can see now.
I'm going to have to drive on the crop. Sorry, crop.
Oh, it'll be right.
There we go. You empty. Yeah, so, and over to Farmer Sim's left and my right, the barley is in the field, all fertilised, and we can just now leave that, can't we, until September, I think, next year.
Yes, we certainly can. Yeah, you did a good job getting that job, mate. You really did. Isn't it? We just need to let it sit there. I suppose we need to keep an eye on if we get a growth of any weeds coming through, but hopefully we won't. But we did.
It's ploughed. Yeah, it's been ploughed, so we should be all clear now. It's one we can forget about for a little bit.
Indeed it is. So yeah, we will. We can just sit back and let that one do its thing, and concentrate on these two for now, at least. Anyway,
I'm going to zoom
out of the ground.
Absolutely, I'm zooming out just a little bit so my viewers can see where the edge is and where we've got up to. It's going pretty well. But it's a good few hours. We started this in-game day at 8 AM. We've got it on real time, and it's now 9:50. So we've been at this now for nearly 2 hours.
Goodness me, yeah. We've been busy, mate. We've been busy.
Oh, there
you are. You're alongside me, keeping me empty. Thanks, mate.
No worries.
Yeah, awesome. But yeah, there's a lot of work here. I think I'm not going to try and figure out a percentage of what we are through this field yet, but it's definitely not quite halfway yet, for sure.
No. But we have talked about field number 30, which is the one in front of us. We think we'll keep that one as our root crop field. It's a reasonable size. We would still be able to get a couple of 100,000 litres off of there for pig feed, or the pig mix at least. So that is in our agenda but I don't think we'll
Very
be
much
keeping
is, yep.
3 as as
No,
sugar beets. That's for
definitely
sure.
not this one. No, absolutely agree. Certainly not this one. It's way too big to be sugar beety.
It
I
is.
think. In fact, I'm going to jump out to a different view just to position myself. There we go. Back up we go. Yeah, let's put cruise control on, but this time keep an eye on my fill level.
Yeah, I'm going to come alongside you until I'm full up. I've got 14,000 litres in here, so I can take a little bit.
Why not? Why not?
And everybody, excuse the driving on crops. It's a necessary evil when you've only got a tiny hopper.
Yes, very much so. Yeah. What does it hold? This is it.
6,000.
6,000,
Yeah.
yeah. And that trailer holds 18, so that's 3 times the size of this. So yes, please excuse the driving on crop. I suppose one thing we could do at some point is we could kit. I mean, I might do it online. We could kit out one of our tractors with row crops.
It's probably a good idea.
Yeah. Ooh, it happened. That's twice this episode I've had a good idea. Look at that.
Hold on. Hold on.
Scribe it down in stone in the annals of history that Farmer Sim had a good idea twice in one day. Amazing.
Right, that's me full.
Okie dokie.
I'm gonna
Get emptied, mate.
leave you to keep beating.
Keep beating.
Keep beating. Oh, of course. I normally drive everywhere on cruise control. Of course, you've set yours to 6, so I was like, what is going on with your tractor? Why isn't it moving?
Yeah. Tractor's rubbish.
Yeah, we've swapped tractors again because I think the nose on my tractor fits perfectly to that harvester. Yours is just slightly wider than mine.
I got a fat nose.
You got a fat nose. That's what I'm trying to. That is exactly what I'm saying.
How dare you? How dare you? But no, yeah, it's probably about right. Yeah.
My slick, slim, green Voltra is perfect for beat.
It is working. It does work very well. I'll give you that, mate. It's yeah. I think I've got the alignment down to a T now. You keep the outer row of beats in line with the inner line of the tyre. Is that right?
Yeah, that is right.
Yeah. And doing it that way, you can pick up 6 rows of beats. So
yummy.
Pretty good. I'm already at 80%. Interestingly, actually, it does the yield map. I've just brought the map up, and the yield map is currently waving between orange and yellow.
Yeah.
Which essentially is kind of in the middle, isn't it? It's neither here nor there. But still, it's incredible how quickly the hopper fills up.
It's just a very dent. Are you full? Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. I am full. Yeah.
Whoopsie. Can't drive straight
Speedy
today.
Gonzales. Meep meep. Right, roadrunner, you aren't you?
I am. Yes. I reckon we're close to 50% of having this done. You know, because there are a few headlands the other side.
Yes, yeah, you're probably about right, to be fair, yeah. Right, there we go. Empty. Back on. This one now, but it's pretty much a hopper per row, isn't it?
Yeah.
That we're getting. I'm at 16. In fact, how are you still picking up? How is it? Don't know. Right. Maybe I might miss 1 or 2 at the end there, but
we can tidy when we come to that point.
There will undoubtedly be some tidying up to do at the end. Yeah. Hello. There we are.
Oh, sorry. I keep on getting random lag spikes. It's
You come to trade paint with me.
I've come to trade paint. Looking groovy though.
Yeah. Doing this pretty good. Oh, it's so cool running in cab with somebody running next to you.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's way cool. It works so well. Hello. There you are.
I just wish the characters would also turn.
I was about that actually. So if I turn to view you in cab, you don't see me turning. You just see me
No.
ignorantly just looking forward.